it's really depressing to stab the baby heads.
So I would have.
This is why I will never do the race with you, John Richardson.
Hey everybody, Eric Hurdo here from YourRealityRecaps.com with an all-new Amazing Race weekly group recap show that we broadcast live every Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern on our YouTube channel and in our Z-Box room. Now, during this show, myself and John Richardson are joined by a rotating panel of guests that get in depth with you on everything that you missed this past week during the Amazing Race. And we do this live while we take your questions and interact with all of you. Now, this is the edited version of the show with all the bells and whistles, but you guys should totally check out the live version sometimes too. And remember, if you guys are watching in YouTube or in a YouTube player, you can click on the buttons all around this video to jump to a specific thing you want to hear us talk about. Or check out that description below because we have chapter markers which let you jump to a specific topic you want to hear us talk about. Or skip over ones like this intro, but hey, why would you guys want to do that? And of course, all of our other links and show notes are down there as well too. Now, you should also know that you can take the audio-only or video version of this show with you to go on your favorite tablet or mobile device. Our iTunes and RSS feed links are, guess where? Down there below too. And if you're watching in YouTube or in a YouTube player, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe. It really helps support the show, so just sharing it on your favorite social media websites, or if you're in iTunes, giving it a 5-star rating and a really nice review. Now look, make sure that you guys stick around to the end of the episode for all of our other special announcements, prize giveaways, and contest winners. But since we have so much Amazing Race to get to right now this week, we need to jump right into it, and you know the deal. You can follow me over at Twitter. I'm at Reality Recaps.
So you can follow me on Twitter at Comedy Jonah.
And start following him, please, because not a lot of you are, and you should. It's very funny. Now, John, before we get into the show, we need to go over some special announcements because I don't think people are paying attention. And I'm telling you, you want to pay attention.
Yes.
We have a lot of good stuff coming up this week and next week. If you have not seen our Friday night shows yet, you don't need to check them out because it's John and I, and sometimes we have a special guest. We take your questions live. You learn about us. We learn about you. We talk about what you want to talk about. It's nothing like these shows. They're just fun and whatever. And John, I heard somebody last night that was watching the Queer Eye for the Straight Guy reunion on Bravo say our show is better than that, and they loved it. And I was blown away.
Get out of town. But I love the Queer Eye. I love the reunion. I know we're here to talk about The Amazing Race, but it was a good reunion.
Oh, we're going to talk about the reunion on Friday night, John Richardson. 100%.
Of course, Eric Curto. Of course, Eric Curto.
You're not allowed to call me Eric Curto. I only call you John Richardson. Okay, so, yes, so our second announcement has to do with The Amazing Race and Survivor, and it's that this week, obviously right now we're doing our normal Amazing Race show, we'll be doing our normal Survivor show on Wednesday. However, this Sunday, while The Amazing Race is on, we will be live in our Z-Box room with Brendan and Rachel. Then immediately following the show at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, we will go live with Brendan and Rachel and take your questions and answers live. So there will not be a show on Monday. It will be an Amazing Race show Monday. It will be Sunday night, directly after The Amazing Race with Brendan and Rachel. The same thing goes for our Survivor show. It will not be on Thursday. It will be on right after the show, Wednesday night, with Rob Sesternino. We'll be going live right after the show, and he'll be in our Z-Box room taking questions as well. So make sure you join our Z-Box room. Or, you know, I'll tweet out the link. And, of course, you guys already know, go to YourRealityRecaps.com, get all the information there in this little intern tab up top. If you guys want to come and be a part of all this fun. Okay, exhale. We are ready to talk. Amazing Race.
Pump the brakes, okay?
Now.
Whoa.
Well, yeah, whoa, John, because you were not dressed up. And we specifically talked about how you were supposed to be dressed up for this show. We're going to Norway, but don't worry, I got it.
So Norway's full of pirates.
Isn't that what's in Norway, pirates? No? Okay, good. I'm glad I have used the Google effects. That was the Google effects. Normally I hate them and I don't ever want to use them, but they had some interesting ones, and I thought I'll throw it in the beginning of this episode. And I still don't like them. They're cheesy. So, oh look, John, P.S., this is what I was talking about while you were laughing before the show when I said I wasn't going to tell you, because then I knew you were going to go searching for the Google effects.
I totally
put them on.
I'm jealous.
Mm-hmm. So, the teams are off to Norway, where we find out the sun never sets. Are we liking this, John, or do we hate this?
You know, you hear parts of it like in Alaska and stuff, but I was really glad that they kept showing the time, because it really wasn't sinking in for me until the third time they showed the time, it's midnight and the sun is still out with all that fish, and it was just oh, what a horrible, horrible challenge.
It was. I think I would like to live in a place where the sun was out all the time. I mean, you, like me, are up until 2 o'clock in the morning anyway. Hell, it would be nice if it was bright. You can close a shade. I think they must have a lot of reduced electricity bills, I would imagine, as well.
Or just everything's solar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet the solar people got a good racket happening over in there. So all of the teams were on the same exact flight, heading to Norway. Finally, not an episode revolving around airport drama. Thank God. But then we find out, because the sun is always out, they're thinking, oh my God, it's 10 o'clock in the morning. But no, it's 11 p.m. at night, and there's no taxis. Why are there no taxis at 11 o'clock at night? This is the only town. Clearly everything else is mountains and water.
Yeah, but it's not a downtown. No one's exiting the club and there's a bunch of taxis. This is a little village. Surprised there were taxis at all.
Well, I would also like to say, everybody, you need to let us know if you would want to live in the place where the sun never sets. And John Richardson, news alert, one of our favorites who has not been around for our live shows a lot recently, but keeps telling us on Twitter that that they're missing them and they feel really bad. We need to give a shout out to one of our favorites, Dana, who says, it's the Vikings. We love you, Dana.
We love you, Dana.
We do. We know it's those Vikings. We know it is.
And not pirates.
And not pirates, yes, John.
Good one, Dana. Boop, boop.
So now, John, I have to confess something here as well before we start this recap, because I wouldn't want to be I wouldn't want to be a hip. Oh wait, there is something else I have to do for Dana. Dana doesn't like when I chew on my pens.
I'm trying to talk less with my hands, Dana. Eric does it for us both.
So John?
Yes.
I already know what your reply is going to be, so I'm going to tell you, no, the sky is not red.
You just don't even need me here then. You could just talk for me.
Okay. No, the sky is not red. Hey, John Richardson, I'm starting to really like Tim and Marie. You were going to say, is the sky red? Is the sky red? Is the sky red?
Yes, please. Well, the sun never comes out here, so I would like to live with somewhere where there was sun.
It is. I don't get it. But whatever. They ended up. Two of the teams, Tim and Marie, got a taxi. I'm convinced she I don't know, must have terrified some poor villager to get it. She got a taxi and they headed over to the detour, which was, what was it called? Oh, hang your heads or hammer your cods. Mm-hmm.
It should have been hang Marie's head or hammer your cods.
What I want to know, everyone, is what you would have chosen to do, hang your head or hammer your cod. Make sure you guys let us know which one you would pick and why. I have to say, I would pick the hammer your cod one. That's what I would do.
Hammer the heads. Oh, you would do the beef jerky.
Right, the beef jerky, correct.
Because that looks so much easier.
Oh, yeah. I always want to know, like, I believe the racers told us they do give you a full description of what you have to do, because if it's just saying, hang your heads or hammer your cods, and that's all they tell you, then what does it matter? They would have to give you the full description of it, I would assume. I'm going to go with yes, because we're here to give you guys the information.
Well, they do, and I just think the thing of fish heads, like, turns people off, right? And it's just like, okay, I can bang a few dried fish out. But, you know, thinking about the whole thing, I mean, they had to climb up that thing. They had to get, 15 of them around their necks, and they had to walk the same distance the other ones did with the wheelbarrow. And then they had to bang, bang, bang until, 1 kilo? I mean, I'm not a drug dealer, so I don't know. So they had to bang, 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 until they got the right amount, which seemed to be a lot more work than just, tying some fish heads to some silver rod and then, hanging them 5 across.
Well,
the wrong pole, Marie.
Oh, yeah. Oh, geez, you're just jumping all over the place right now. Oh, we need to talk about when they were doing the little fishy challenge. I was peeing my pants laughing. First of all, the blondes who, in their confessional, were like, it's really depressing to stab the baby heads. Right. And that was it. And I was like, what? What are you talking about? And then the Afghanimals wheelbarrow breaks, and they had a full-on meltdown, because they only cut to it for the 2 seconds when the one was like, oh, don't have a temper tantrum. He was flipping out over it.
Well, the bigger one, too, just seems kind of like a wuss. Oh, my back is hurting. Oh, it's a flat tire. Okay, both of you grab an end and make it happen. You're men, for goodness sakes.
But I kind of get it. They're carrying all that stuff in. It's not like an empty wheelbarrow. Those fish heads have to be heavy. Then they're running like a half mile. And then you have to carry the wheelbarrow with it.
What? We're not talking about you, because you wouldn't have made it.
I'm
talking about someone like me who's a real competitor. So I would have told my partner, Terrence, to grab the other end, and we would have made it.
Oh, I'm sure. First of all, I'm sure you and Terrence would have killed each other.
Since you won't do it with me.
Right. It's that Terrence is one of our friends who you just might meet on our Friday night show. We'll get to the point where I said John Richardson. This is the tweet I put out said exactly. This is why I will not do the race with John Richardson. But we will get there, because, like you said, Tim and Marie. Once you put the fish heads on the pole, then you had to bring it to the section. You had to put them, hang them over the marked pole. And apparently, Tim and Marie were not putting it over the marked pole. They kept having the man say no. No. And they were bribing everybody with the pass. Like, what did you do differently? Give us the pass. We got a pass. You got to tell us what you did differently. And what I found interesting, no team would tell them, even though they knew. Kind of lets you realize what Tim and Marie's place is in the race, eh?
Well, I mean, even the Beard said all the teams know that the way Marie's playing the game, she's offered it to everyone and has given it to no one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And
which shows her true colors, and it's not pink.
No, it's not pink. It's red. It's red, as you say, like the devil. But I like her. I'm liking her. I think I'm
that
getting.
That makes sense.
Oh, really, John? So you would disagree with me? Let me ask you a question. Do you disagree with Cindy Jansen, who says, "I love Marie. I'm sorry, but she's the most entertaining"? Go ahead, John.
Cindy, I think that she's entertaining, but in an irritating way. But she is entertaining. I give you that, Cindy. But she's evil like Eric.
Oh, I am not evil. I am not evil. Well, then you'll also be happy to know that Cindy says the chemistry between us is amazing. And
I know. Good and evil.
There is no evil. Okay, everybody comment below. Want to know which one's good and evil?
I'm the good one. I'm the Mary. I'm the Mary.
You're the Mary?
Like in Romeo and Michelle, high school reunion. I'm the Mary.
I don't know. I'm not a 12-year-old girl sipping my soda, so I must have missed that one.
Is there someone in the room with me?
I don't know. Is there?
Well, it's Halloween. I didn't know if it was some spooky 12-year-old girl. Like, what?
See how I don't even get it? Going back to the roadblock, it is what I tweeted out, John, saying, this is why I will never do the race with you, John Richardson. That whole who's a swinger, jump off a bridge. Hey, let me give you guys a little clue. My mother told me you never jump off a bridge when I was little.
Perfectly good bridge, right?
Well, actually, she said if your friends jumped off a bridge, would you jump off a bridge? But I didn't have any friends, so my mom just told me, Eric, don't jump off a bridge. So I didn't, and I don't, and I wouldn't.
Well, you have friends now. Yes, you do.
Apparently I don't. I apparently only have evil enemies. Go ahead.
Well, you know, I thought of you, too, at the bridge, too, because I realized that if you and I were doing this together, I would be doing a lot of the things.
You can't.
Like, I would be the one. Oh, you can't?
Well, it has to be even at the end. You have to. One person can't do everything. It has to be even at the end.
So if it was you and I, would you be the one to jump off the bridge?
Were you just listening 20 seconds ago? No, I would not jump off the bridge.
But now you're a grown-up, and you don't live with Mommy. You're all grown up, so you and I are in the race. Would you be the one to jump off the bridge?
I'm sorry. Did you think I was referring to the 5-year-old me being on the race? I'm talking about me right now would not jump off a bridge.
So last week when you talked to your mom, you said, Mom, I have no friends. Your mom says, don't jump off a bridge.
And unlike your mom, she won't come on the show.
You won't let her. She doesn't have a good connection.
This is true.
You're evil.
I'm evil. It's Halloween. My horns are starting to show. So I don't know. I think I would have been most like Team Oklahoma when the fatter one is like steps off the bridge and is like, and then just swings. I think I would have a heart attack. Listen, here's what would happen, John. Let's say in some alternate world, I get tricked into going on that show, and then you trick me into the harness and trick me on the bridge. You would literally have to throw me off. You would probably have to pry my fingers off the bridge one by one. You'd probably need another person to help you, but you could probably eventually get me to do it forcefully.
I would just kick you. Just like you would be bending down to like do the final strap of the harness. I'd just push you.
That wouldn't be nice.
It'd get you swinging.
It would get me swinging. Now, what did you think once they did the jumping off the bridge and they had to swing out and they had to pull their little release ball? Which what is his name? The dating couple when he's like, can't reach the ball, the ball. Sounds like the girlfriend's problem.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think he was at some point supposed to have the ball close or in his hand or whatever. Jason. So Jason just kind of, it took him forever to pull that ball, which I've never had that problem. So I've always had a nice firm grip on it, and I can just pull it whenever I need it.
Yeah, this is true. What else are you going to do? What else are you going to do? Just pull it. Now, that puts us over to the car challenge, and thank you, Amazing Race Gods. I am so happy we got over the whole wave your arm and the trunk opens car that we want to promote. Because again, I'm sorry, you don't wave your arms, you wave your foot. And once again, I'll say, because there's nothing like having an entire basket or your arms filled with a ton of shit and then start kicking your foot out.
I thought it was the foot, right? To get the hatchback?
Correct. So my point is, you have all of this stuff in your hand, and you're wobbling, and now you're kicking with your foot. Now you're kicking and you're gonna fall over. Stupidest car design, Ford.
That is hilarious.
Stupidest car design. So anyway, speaking of stupidest cars and Ford, then they bring in the Ford Ranger, where you just know the intern's job was to splash the mud on it to make it look like it's more off-roady, because each car had the perfect mud splash on it, which was the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen, is all I'm saying.
Oh, it's just staging. My goodness.
If we're not passionate about not liking something, then there's not really much to be passionate about when we're dealing Amazing Race. We have to not like something.
I just looked at the mud staging like an accessory, you know. It just made it look better, and you know.
I don't like when it's so obvious.
I was just shocked about what's their names. God.
Afghanimals, the Ice Princesses, Oklahoma, Tim and Marie.
You're going too fast.
The dating couple, the doctors.
No, Allie and Ashley, who could not use a stick shift.
Okay, so we'll go there right now then. Dear every single person that ever wants to be on The Amazing Race, there are 3 damn MFing things you should know by now. 1, how to drive stick. 2, how to swim, and 3, how to eat disgusting things. And if you need to practice driving stick and combining that with your eating disgusting things, if you know what I mean, you could do that. But you better know all those 3 things or get the hell off the race. I am sick of the teams every season that cannot swim, cannot drive stick, and are like, oh my god, we have to eat something. Don't go on the show. What? Now I am angry. Go ahead, John. Piss me off.
Well, the thing I thought was just funny was, you know, both girls had to be in the truck at the same time. It's just like, can one be out there and like, she goes, how far am I from falling into the ditch? And the other one goes, oh, about 20 feet. She gets back in the car. Guide me. Help me through it. Come on.
As if production would allow her to drive off a cliff as well. I mean, do we even need to go there? Production is not going to be like, okay, go ahead, drive off the cliff with the...
Don't want to ruin that Ford Ranger. Burp, burp, burp.
Oh, please. And then my other, since I'm just so critical this episode, then what is the challenge? You have to hook the chains up to the Ford Ranger to pull the log with all the rocks.
You have to put the chains around the boulder in a way that when you hook it up to the truck, we'll pull it off so you can get the tokens and the glue.
Right. And my favorite thing was how the Afghanimals just walked over to the chain and picked it up and were like, done. And just dropped down. I was like, oh yeah, thank you for not...
And it worked.
Thanks for not making it seem like it was as complicated as you were trying to make us think it was. But here's the thing. They had to pull it like 2 inches. And all of the cuts of like the car going over the big boulders and shattering the boulders and like, you moved it 2 inches. I could do that with my like neighbor's car from the 80s. We could pull that thing 2 inches.
I could do that with my nephew's razor.
Seriously. Here's what you should have done. Let the blondes go off the cliff backwards 10 feet, then show the car driving back up the mountain.
There you go, Ford.
That would have been impressive, Ford. Yeah. Or here's another thing. Give us a car, and then we'll love it.
We'll show you.
Build Ford tough.
Build Ford tough. Just ask the gays.
So, go ahead.
Let's talk about, again, a magical, magical moment in that challenge when Marie did not get the clue. Magical, magical. What a fool.
Now, I have to say, well, so then, did you like how the doctors, who I also have always loved, in the street passing them and her just being like, I could tell in 2 seconds that Marie did not know what was going on. Of course you can.
Loved it.
Anybody can. Marie she has 2 modes. Barely functioning normal and extremely psychotic. So even remotely stressed equals extremely psychotic for her. So of course you could tell when something's wrong.
And both come from the selfish place of her. Me. Yeah. See, but that the doctor's wife screaming out that car, I'll tell you where you want to go, but you better give me that express pass. I'm going to leave right now. Loved watching her check Marie. And what does Marie do?
We don't really know because dun 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 to be continued, which is why we have no exit interviews for you guys this week because nobody was eliminated. They kind of they cut the show off right there.
Right.
They were like, nope, you don't get to know anymore. And here is my point. I don't understand why nobody knew that was happening 30 minutes into the show. There are definitely clues with The Amazing Race, and one of them is, if you're 30 minutes into the show and nobody's checked in, or God forbid, like we were, 50 minutes into the show and nobody's checked in yet, it's pretty good idea that it's either a to be continued. Well, it definitely has to be to be continued if there's 5 minutes left and no one's checked in yet. But we did see one team tech check in, the Rocker guys, who again I am starting to like. I'm not starting to like, I do like. I like them.
No, they're hilarious. I was like, where can you live for, for $5,000 he can live for a year? Like, where is that?
Mm-hmm. It's in the woods. It's in the woods. He didn't say he wanted to live for... Oh, no, he did.
No,
he said
he said with $5,000 I could live for a year. And I'm just like, where is that place? Like, is there running water? Or is it just a running river?
I'm pretty sure it's on the side of the mountain. As you know, I will let everyone into a little personal piece of my life, is that my partner has always said his whole entire life, all he wants to do is go live on a mountain away from society, no internet or telephones or anything. So I am keeping him away from this show to let him know that it is a possibility, is my point. Stay away. It is not a possibility. It cannot happen. That's what I am saying. What do we think is going to happen with Tim and Marie come next week? Do we think they are going to get pushed so far behind? Because essentially, they still have to make it to the mat to check in, and then find out they don't have the clue, then go back and do it again.
So what? Sorry, I'm interrupting.
No, go. No, you're not. Go.
No. Okay. So, if I was Marie and I didn't want to give up the pass, and the doctor's wife told me and was checking me, saying, "You know what? I'm going to leave right now," I would just turn around and follow her. I don't understand why she just doesn't do that. I'd be like, "No, you're not getting the pass. If you're going to be a true bitch, be a good one, and just follow her back to where she's going." There's, I don't think there's anything. Or maybe there is, Eric, you know this better than me, that she has to have that little piece of clue to check in. I think she just needs the bag of coins, right?
Yeah, well, that's what she left behind, is the bag of coins. And she
left the clue of where to go. She only grabbed the bag of coins. That's why they're driving in circles, because it doesn't have the picture of the place.
Wow, I remember the exact opposite. Oh, Dana, Cindy, help us. Which one's correct?
Is there voting buttons? Like, we could do it like Watch What Happens Live, where you can vote?
There actually could be, if I want to implement that, but then we would have to make people go and watch it on the Google Plus page, and I don't want to stress everybody out. But we very well could have little voting up and down.
But, I mean, why would Marie be driving in circles not knowing where to go if she just... The bag of coins didn't have the clue in it. It was separate from it. It was just right next to it. It was the little picture thing.
Okay. I hear you. I believe you. I thought the coins told them where to go.
No.
Well, okay then. So.
Well, it's a good thing I've got detailed notes here. So.
I have detailed notes, John Richardson.
That's a piece of paper. Mine is a book. Look, I've even got tabs. And I take this shit serious.
Wait, hold on. Holding. I have tabs now, too. Oh. Apparently I have neck rolls.
It's my filing system.
I didn't say you had neck rolls. I said I have neck rolls.
Well, now you're making me think about me.
Well, maybe you could use a little tuck.
And evil is appeared.
Oh, has evil appeared? Okay, well, maybe then evil did appear. We have
mute myself.
We have an update from Dana, which says she left the clue.
Dana, thanks for backing me up. I'm so grateful I could just jump up.
That is going to totally be the intro song for the people who watch the edited version.
Awesome.
Which because it's like time travel, you've already seen it, right? Because the people that are watching this have already seen that. and that, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's live person, and I can't wrap my head around time travel. Yeah, oh, it's freaky. So I think that Tim and Marie are not going to be eliminated because, spoiler alert. Now look, people, I am not spoiling anything super spoilerly. I am just going to say it is out there that next season of The Amazing Race is supposed to be All-Stars. There is no confirmation. We don't know. It might be, it might not be. But if you believe the rumor that next season of Amazing Race will be All-Stars, another rumor that's out there is that possibly Tim and Marie are one of the teams that would be on it. So, I would say, if I'm buying into that rumor, I don't think Tim and Marie would be eliminated so early on in the season.
If we went on The Amazing Race, I would just hypnotize you. You
what
can
is this,
eat
the
whatever you want. You can jump off any bridge. You can drive stick shift. Is it working? No, we're not filling out our application yet.
Look, I can't even do I can't even, like, follow with my eyes. I have to use my head. Can't do it. I can't follow with my eyes. Can't do it.
Hey, Dana and Cindy, thanks for your comments. We love you. And make sure you're following me at Comedy Jonah on Twitter.
Yes, you need to make sure that you follow him. And of course, you can follow me on Twitter. I am at Reality Recaps. Once again, don't forget that next week we will not have our Amazing Race show at its normal Monday. Yeah, this show right now, we will not have it at 3 o'clock on Monday. It will be immediately after The Amazing Race with the one and only Brendan and Rachel. But this week, we have our Survivor show on Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern, followed by our super amazing Friday night show at 7 p.m. Eastern, where, John, you did not even know this. I am going to have a super mega major announcement. I'm not talking a little announcement. I'm not talking like, oh, we're just having a guest on, which P.S. we're going to be having Helen and Jesse on. I'll tell you that right now. That's not even it. I'm talking a super mega major announcement. Okay, people? So you're going to want to tune in Friday night, 7 p.m. Eastern. We'll be taking your questions, answering them, telling you about our week, going over whatever you guys want to know, and we might have a special guest, we might not. But I will also say, from now on, when we do have special guests, what are we going to do, John? No, we're not. Okay, John doesn't want to tell you. I'll tell you. We're only going to have guests on for half of the show because John and I love taking your questions live and interacting with you and giving you our advice and answering what you want us to talk about. So we feel like we have a guest on. We can't completely do that. So we will spend half the show of us doing that and then half the show with the guest. And unless we don't have a guest that week, then it'll be all John and I. And like I said, he's home, people, on Friday nights, and he's a little bit, so don't worry.
Yeah. Well, I mean, too, we want people who are watching and asking questions and interacting with us on YouTube. They are the guest as well. So we want to make sure that we, give props to you guys and get all your questions answered. And, you and I talked after the last Friday show, and, we missed a lot of questions, and we missed talking to everyone. So first half is our guest. Second half is you. Yes. You're the star. Yeah. And I like it. I like it. I love 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 it.
You really like kicking your leg up a lot during the show.
I get excited.
Yeah. See, there's a lot of that on the Friday night show.
Right.
Right. So, yes, you guys, make sure that you turn on, tune in, turn on, drive stick, learn to eat, and swim if you're going to be on The Amazing Race. If you like Survivor, tune in Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern, where we will be back with Missy, and then, of course, said it 5 times already, Friday night show, 7 p.m. Eastern is where you want to be. That is all for today. We'll see you guys all in 2 days. Bye for now.
Bye, guys.
Bye. We'll see you guys on Twitter. Thank you, Dana, Cindy, and Doug, and everybody that was in our room. I can't find the end button. There it is. Bye.
Well, that about wraps up our show for this week. Now, don't forget to head over to yourrealityrecaps.com to see all of our blogs, contests, and videos about Big Brother, Survivor, The Amazing Race, and even your favorite Bravo TV shows. And hey, speaking of, except, well, not really, you guys should know by now that you can take this show with you to go on your favorite tablet or mobile device. The iTunes and RSS links are below, and I even separated them between audio only and video. And for those of you in iTunes, do us a favor and give us a 5-star rating and, and a really nice review. Otherwise, I'm going to kick a baby. No, I am not going to kick a baby unless you are watching in YouTube and you do not thumbs up us and subscribe to this all-new channel. Alright, look, I'm not kicking any babies, people, but seriously, it really helps support the show when you guys do that, and it allows us to keep bringing you content like this, our live events, and prize giveaways. But if you guys really want to be a Gold Star supporter, you should do all of your Amazon.com shopping through the link over on our website, and you can check out some of those ads, or you can simply make a donation to us right there, too. And look, I get it, money's tight. You guys try not having any because you spend all your time making videos like these. And hey, the easiest way that you guys can help support us for free is just simply to share these videos and everything that we do on Twitter and Facebook, or any social media website will do. We are literally on all of them. You guys can find us on them by simply going to yourrealityrecaps.com / the name of the website you're looking for. So /Tumblr, /Pinterest, you get the point. Of course, you can always click on the links all around this video, but people, look, the truth is, we just love interacting with all of you. It's why we do these shows. So please make sure that you leave us your question, comments, and suggestions, because you never know which ones we'll pick to be on the show next week, or even instantly if you are watching our live shows on our YouTube channel or in our Z-Box room. The links to that and everything I've mentioned in this video is in the description below it over on YouTube, or you can find everything over at yourrealityrecaps.com. Now, since I think I mentioned just about everything I possibly could, we will see you guys all in our next video. Bye for now.